Yo, it's your boy Yo Maestro Man checking in with another one. In this video, I'm gonna go over how if you have an online store brand that you mainly sell online, how you could expand that by doing pop-up shops, doing your own events, supporting your local events, etc, etc. This video is brought to you by MzRlODBiNWFlZA. If you haven't been by there yet, man, come on by, check us out. I'm stocked up right now, I'm ready to get it going. Let's get it. All right, look, before I start, if you're a brand that's booming, making a whole bunch of money, this might not be the video for you. But if you're somebody looking to expand, grow, find ways to utilize the resources around you to make the best of your situation, then all right, boom. This is why it can be important to support other people's events by shooting a little bread and they allow you to set up and sell your stuff. Even if you're an online store mainly, you can still get people to shop with you online by doing your pop-ups. But more importantly, it's creating more face value for yourself. So the more someone sees you in person, even online, but more so in person, the more your face value increases. They know what you're about. They know what your brand stands for. They know what services you offer. They're familiarizing themselves with you, which means they'll be more willing to spend some more money with you. You support them, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's doing the pop-up shop, 9 times out of 10 they'll support you, but regardless, it's still bringing a lot of value to you. Shoot me a follow, subscribe on my website, share it with a friend. Let's go. It is very, 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 very vital that you do your research when you do some of these pop-up shops, events, etc. My reason for saying that is my brand represents positive mindsets and raising awareness on mental health and community building, but this kind of ties into it. But if I do a pop-up shop or I go and spend a little bread and set up at an event and I don't do my research, I get there and it's nothing but violence and negativity, that's not what I want my brand surrounded with. That doesn't represent who we stand for. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure that you do your research, look into who's doing it, and if you feel like your target audience or someone that could possibly be your target audience would be there. Another rule that I live by, and I think that this is good for people who are actually doing pop-up shops of their own and possibly getting vendors to come out and set up as well. One of the rules I live by is trying to create the maximum value if someone spends their money with me. So say someone throws me $50 and my head, I'm like, all right, they spent $50. How can I help them maximize the value of that $50? You know what I'm saying? So I'm running promo for them. Like when I did my MzRlODBiNWFlZA, I'm creating everybody their own flyer. I'm putting them on my website that gets a certain amount of people a day. You know what I'm saying? So that way they're like, you know what? He has value in what he does. So something to keep in mind. All right, boom. So here's a few things to think about if you're a brand or you sell stuff and you want to do your own event. I've had some do very well. I've had some not do so well. And here are some of the things that I've learned. I think it is, well, matter of fact, I know for a fact, it is vital that you have a budget that you stick to like your life depends on it. Set a budget, a realistic budget. Don't lowball it because your event won't be worth going to if you lowball it and you don't spend the proper amount. But don't spend too much when you can't make your money. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to make our money. You know, also be very clear on what your event is representing, you know, and be, what's the word I'm looking for? Be unique, you know, when people come out like, I like that event, you know what I'm saying? Don't just throw a flyer together and, you know, like everybody else is doing, I'm just gonna do this, I'm gonna play this type of music, whatever. Make it unique. There's something that stands out with your brand. And you know what I'm saying, that will get more people to familiarize themselves with you and like and really stick with them too. Like, man, that was a dope event. I've never been to something like that, but I'm going back if they do it again. I'm gonna break down a few events that I've done that I feel like have stuck with people. We'll start with my MzRlODBiNWFlZA. So my MzRlODBiNWFlZA, even though it was 8 degrees that day, the door was frozen shut for the people that did come. Right? I had games. It was around Christmas time. So the idea is my MzRlODBiNWFlZA, the holidays, spend more money right before Christmas so, you know, local businesses can get their stuff out for gifts. But I had games, like unique games, like the cup around your wrist, you had to get the ornament into the cup. I also had artists coming to perform. And I was like, you know, I don't want to just have 808s booming and I got a live band. Shout out to BJ. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nimani. Another thing too, like I'm going off Nimani, he wanted to do a Caribbean jam. It's kind of foreign to me because I'm not from the islands. He is. We did that one time. First event went crazy. Not only did it go crazy, but people were talking about it when you're doing another one. Then 2000s, you know, it's like a Y2K party. I mean, regardless, my point is through that is raising value for my brand, his brand. Everybody's value is raising in this instance. Driving traffic to my website with ticket sales. I've made sales on my MzRlODBiNWFlZA just because people are coming through. You know what I'm saying? So just thinking outside the box and, you know, making sure that all your ducks are in order when the time comes for you to do your own event, or if you're just trying to make your event better. You know, one thing that's been extremely helpful for me and my growth and, you know, extending the ladder for other people is establishing a genuine relationship with a venue. And you could do this many ways, but I think for me, I use some of my other talents to help them with things that they got going on. You know, because at the end of the day, they have the venue already. You know what I'm saying? They could just pay you your fee or pay someone else their fee. And then, you know what I'm saying, it's over with. You know, but how can you help them grow just like they can help you grow? You know, go into it with the mindset like that. And sometimes you got to give a little to get a little. So another very, 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 very important thing that I have learned by doing these events and setting up a MzRlODBiNWFlZA table. 9 times out of 10, I'm DJing. I have a table right next to me. It is extremely hard to run an event or DJ and sell your stuff. You know, my MzRlODBiNWFlZA day, I literally couldn't. I had to set up a table and I let someone run it for me. But some of these events I've tried to run my table and DJ. Pay somebody that you trust or get somebody that you trust to run your table and sell the stuff for you. Because if you don't, it's going to be unorganized and it's not going to look good on you. All right, last thing. I talk about a lot on TikTok or YouTube, whatever. I say it a lot. Is maximize. Maximize your value. Maximize your sales. Maximize your design. Maximize. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to leave nothing on the table if you can get it. You know, this business is rough sometimes, and we need to get what we can get, especially when you're starting out. You know what I'm saying? But when you're doing events, make sure you maximize the opportunity to have face value and have people there to view your product. Build relationships with these people. Don't be lazy. Don't just, it's going to sell itself. Don't have that type of attitude. Be genuine. Meet some people. Hear their stories. You know what I'm saying? See how y'all stories may align. See how your brand may be able to help them be confident in their lifestyle. You know, like, you can make a whole bunch of sales that way. Because at the end of the day, think about it from this perspective. How willing are you going to be, unless it's like a big brand like Nike, how willing are you going to be to spend money with somebody that you don't really know? You probably would, but just not going to be like your first, you know. Now, let's just say it's somebody that you know, you have you respect them, you have a good relationship with them, you know that they're bringing value because you had conversations with them, you know them, you're going to spend your bread with them. That's just how it works. That's really psychology, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, so boom. Before I let you go, man, I got these trucker hats going for about $25 online. Stop by MzRlODBiNWFlZA.com and one of these hats can be yours, you know what I'm saying? Haven't even added these yet, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people liking those. Got the one I got on right now, you know what I'm saying? Got the tan with the blue and pink. Got the orange with the green and the white. Got the mental health matters. Yes, sir. Come on by, shop. I know you've seen the tees.